So I got this GMC tipper truck that's by Matchbox at an antique store for a couple bucks. I probably paid a bit too much for it considering there's really no paint left on it. The wheels are scratched up and the axle in the back is bent. But when you actually look at it, it's a pretty good deal. The windshield isn't cracked and it's actually got the flap on the back still, considering how beat up it is. Usually these are the first things to break off. So I'm really surprised that it's still there. And all the wheels aren't cracked except very scratched. It looks like it's been down a lot of driveways, or probably not tracks, most likely a driveway. But this is one of the really neat ones where the, if it'll focus there, the cab and the bed both open. So this is a really nice one. And it's a GMC. It's got the information on the bed, which is interesting. It's a GMC tipper truck, number 25, or is it 26? It's 26, made by Lesney in England, and it's a really nice one. I like this one. Other than the paint being gone, it's in not too bad a shape. There's nothing broken, and everything looks good. So, first thing we need to do is get this thing apart. I used the stone wheel on the Dremel to get the wheels off by grinding off the posts on the one side of the axle. It doesn't usually take too long to get the posts off, and the wheels will just pop right off at the end of that, and then you can pull the axle off. So I got all the pieces of the truck apart, and as you can see, it's got the bed with the flap on the back, and then you've got the two wheels, which are quite bent out of shape. As you can see, the back one is worse than the front one, but they're both still bent. And then you have the one for the bed, the axle that holds the bed on, and then you have the one that holds the cab on the front. They're all different sizes, so you got to make sure that you put the right ones back on. And then we've got the cab, which barely has any paint left on it, and you can see that the windshield is just kind of riveted in there, so we'll have to take that apart. And then you got the base with the engine, and those are all the pieces. So I finally got the windshield out. It took a little bit of effort to get it out without cracking it, but I did get it out without cracking it, and you can see it's got an arrow on it, so that must have been from the factory, where so they wouldn't put it in upside down or something. 03 it says, so that's unusual. And it also has a number on the windshield. I can't see. It says number 44. I think that's upside down, if you can see it. There, you can kind of read it. Yep, it says number 44, so that must be matching to the car. I can't find the number on it. Number 20. No, it's number 26. So that's kind of strange. I don't know what number that would be, but other than that, it wasn't too bad. We'll have to clean it up. It's very dirty, as you can see on this side and on the inside. All the wheels on this truck are really scratched up, like they've been down a bunch of driveways, so we'll have to sand them for quite a while before they can get back into
truck only came in one combination
new
of
condition.
Colors, a red cab, a green base, and a silver back. So we're going to keep it as original as possible by painting the cab red and all the things that I mentioned.
I polished the end of the axles so they looked shiny, and I also got the wheels sanded and painted on with some black, so they look like new now.
Some sandpaper to get the ends shiny again.
And you got the other two. This one's only got 4 wheels, so it's a little bit easier. And then the next thing we need to do is sand and polish the windshield, since it's got some scratches and pits in it. But only on the one side. The sides are pretty good. It's just the front that needs to be done. Now the only thing we need to do is get this truck back together. There are no rivets holding this truck together, it's all just the axles, so it'll be a little bit more of a pain to get it to stay together. But other than that, it's pretty good. And so we got the truck finished. I think it turned out really good. This is probably one of the nicest restorations I've ever done. It turned out really good. No obvious markings anywhere. The truck is complete. All the pieces. You've got this bed and the wheels. Both this tips and so does the cab. Tips over as it used to, but it's just that it now does still. And then we've got everything. It looks good. It says GMC on the front, and you can still see all the details. And then you can see the bottom, which is just what it was when it was before. But I think this turned out really nice. And there you can see it. So I think that's it for this video, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.